Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is Jackie G, your regional coach. I am here today on May 16th. We are literally at the pivotal middle of May 2022. Oh my gosh. So today we're going to hit a pivotal mid-month time, a time to take a look at what's working for anybody who has things working. Number two, a time to take a look at planning this week out. This is a pivotal week. It's almost as important as that first week to get off to a great launch. Now the month is half over. How are we doing with our goals for the month? What are we going to do to get on track for the month? Okay, so that's really what our middle of this message is going to be. Then we're going to come back and we're going to have for all of you a power week. Okay, so we're going to have a call to action. We're all going to do it. It's a absolute, believe it or not, we're going to call it the recruiting rampage. We're going on a mission. Okay, and we'll see who the winners are and your success stories next week on our final power hour of the month of May, because the next Monday is Memorial Day. And that's how fast the month goes. So I know. So that being said, it is just beautiful and wonderful to have you all here. So thank you for joining us. Okay, so before we go any further, let's do some share first. Then we're gonna get planning, then we're gonna come back and we're gonna share. So let's start with who already has grown their team this month. Who has added someone to their team, or someone on their team has added someone to their team this month? Sylvia. Okay, go ahead. I'll go to Sylvia first. I saw Betty with the finger up. So Sylvia, take it away. Tell us about who joined. Tell us some steps about what caused it.
Well, I think this goes back to using referrals or asking for referrals. I had a lady that she's been in Jafra for quite a long time ago. She has not been in Jafra active many years ago. And I called her about in January. I asked her if she would consider coming back to Jafra. And I said, but if you don't, can you please recommend it to someone? And I'd be glad to work with that person. But she called me last month and she says, I have somebody that's interested in becoming a Jafra consultant. And I said, well, go ahead and give her my number and have her call me, or give me her number, and I call her. So going back and forward, we got together and I told her that she can join for $19, but she has to get a $450 order to activate her account. And she went back and forward and she didn't get until the 28th of April. She says, I have only a few orders. And I said, okay. I want her to be a QNC. So I said, why don't you wait 2 more days and join in May? I didn't even know about the $10 case at that time. And I said, we'll see what we can do with the orders that you have. So anyway, to make it short, she waited and I met with her last Tuesday. And I said, okay, we're going to do this month. And she says, yeah, I want to register. She registered. And she had $150 in orders from the brochure last month. And I said, oops, okay. So I can't. So I said, well, you still have to get $300 more. And I'm sure you have, I'm going to give you until the 26th of this month to get those, the $300. And I said, let me go home and see if I have the product. So anyway, I came home and I pulled what I had in stock. I had everything, fortunately, well, except one thing. And I took her back to her in bags, with the borders and all that. And I said, okay, you have $150 here. I'm not taking any money. When you get ready to place your order, you place an order for me for $150. I don't know if this is correctly done, but this is what I did. So I said, order, $150 for me. And that will be, your. So she's collecting orders right now. And that's what I have.
Excellent. So
I don't know if I handled it right, but that's what, I did.
Serviced her the way she needed to be serviced. There is no right and wrong in the way that you help people. So never worry what you say or do. That key is you listened, you helped her, And now you're helping her get to her goal for Welcome to Jaffa. So bravo to you. So no right and wrong ever. So let's take a tip from what Sylvia said. So if you're here as a leader, many of you have a former consultant list. Remember, maybe, and you all got them in January. If you can't find it, you got to come to me, okay? It has been emailed to every single leader, and we have over 40,000 consultants floating around the United States that used to love us and need us back again. So if you have that list, or you have previous leaders that had a list, or you need a list, okay? Let me know, because I love what Sylvia did. Remember, it takes 8 to 9 contacts for people to pay attention to you. So if you tried it once and you got none, you're not done. Okay, reach again, because you have a simple door opener, just $10. You can't even make that up. I don't know, but I joined in 1981 and it was $95 when I was 18 years old. So hello, this is a quick way in this economy that we are helping families save thousands of dollars economically, but most families need a way to have profit and potential to be economically safer, right? So we're doing that, giving them opportunities. So one is that. 2, that I love that Sylvia did, okay? And if you're here as a consultant and you don't have a former list, go to your manager. Do some phone calls together. Call them, reach them. But Sylvia did a magical ending. If you don't want to, it's okay. I really appreciate that. However, could you think about this? Keep me in your mind and recommend people that most would want what we have. Okay, so 2 great tips and tools right there. All right, so absolutely fabulous. So again, then we help them qualify. The reason this is recruiting Rampage Week is because of that. They may need time to get their orders together. So this is why the middle of this week, you know, I love Green by 19, and there's a reason. When you hit month end or the middle of the month, this is the time to ramp it up for others to have time. Specifically, get all of your sponsoring done if you can by the 19th, so you have 2 weeks to help them with their orders, okay? So kind of a really good tool there as well that Sylvia talked about, because all of a sudden they may not have enough time to get to their qualifying order or gather their profits to purchase their packs. So again, loved it. There was a lot of 3 little golden nuggets in her way that she grew her team. So fabulous, Sylvia. We're going to take someone else, okay? Who else has sponsored this month or has someone on their team sponsoring this month? And we want to hear your story, what you did. Betty, did you have your hand up to share? I'm sorry.
I did, but it's not a great share. So it's just another making sure people have their website on. I got somebody on my website that signed up so I don't even know this person. I haven't been able to get in touch with him. His phone number's wrong. So, but I've sent emails and he hasn't responded. So it's a guy who signed with a big order. So I'm going to contact Jaffer today and see. I want to make sure it's legit. But it's somebody from New York City. So yeah, it's the first sign up on my website I've ever had. So yeah, I hope it's legit. And I'm kind of excited if it is. I'm kind of excited it's a guy and Hispanic, I believe, but speaks English according to the sign up. So
excellent, excellent. So
wow, it could be another one that Helen Wells got. What's his name? I can't remember. He's so amazing.
Oh, Mr. Muhammad?
Yeah, Mr. Muhammad just signed up on Helen's website, Betty. So golly.
Yes.
yeah.
And that man is selling 10 grand a month himself, right, Helen? So yeah, exactly. No, that's fabulous. I think this is why it's so important. You have a really good golden nugget, Betty. So it really truly happens out there. And that key is, how often are you asking every consultant, every conversation, every text, please turn your website on? Because the more those websites are on, the more when they're searching in Google for cosmetics, we pop up, the more potential you all have. So again, another benefit as well is right now, all the leads that come to Jeff, or if somebody phoned in,
Right.
they go to leaders who sponsor. So that's just where we put people because we know they're working. It's the only really safe place we have to ensure someone's going to follow up. So, but really, I love it. Get your websites marketed. Are you putting it out there on events? If you're going to host a meeting, are you in any types of events? Just Google places to post your meetings, your events, and always put your website. In every text you do, put your website. Is it your signature in your email? Put it in, every group you're in. So we don't know where they always come from, but that website is more powerful and magical. And when you drop enough seeds, the water happens and fruition grows. And that's what happens, Betty, right? After long-term loyalty and sticking with it, right? So
Yeah.
congrats.
And the other thing I want to say is, in the beginning, when we had our websites, I would search for me and I never, ever, ever came up. And the other part of that is, the more you're on social media, the more you're out there, the more frequently you come up. So now I can search for my name comes up, my website comes up. So you have to be on social media. You have to post. You have to do that. So, as scary as it is, we have to be out there for us oldies. So, thank you, Lori Alley, because she gets me out there. So yeah, that's really important, because I was so disappointed that I never, like, where am I? But now that I'm out there and I'm posting, not as much as I should, but I'm out there and I'm posting, so my website comes up. So it's cool. So I hope it's
That's
legit.
huge. No, Betty, that's huge. Honestly, that is a tactic to grow and meet new people.
Yeah.
So I know you're like, oh, I didn't really do anything. Yes, you do. That's what happens with consistency. So absolutely fabulous. That's what we all need to do. And again, keep teaching those consultants. All you can do is lead them to the water. If they want to drink it, Carol, that's up to them. We're not here to change people, but we are here to give them ways to change what they want in their life and what they have because of this business. So love that. That's fabulous. Excellent. Okay, one more quick congrats, by the way. I think that's cool. Let us know how it goes, whether it's real or not. Again, you're out there and it's paying, right? It will be real. So it'll be great. So may it be a Muhammad is right, Vicki. I love that. So anyone else who's had any team growing themselves or within their team that wants to share? Mary's waving. Go, Mary, go. And then we'll go
Okay,
to
I'm super stoked about this, because as you know, I've been under the weather, but I'm fighting back. I'm coming back. I feel my energy coming back, and I feel like good things are around the corner. I got my $77 commission check from that lady that ordered off on my website, and so she is legit. The second thing, I had been putting out there on my Share My Story, I was seeking a model to do the quick facelift. So even though I'm going at my own pace here tonight, I have one scheduled at 6:30 to go live with one of my consultants, and she's inactive. And I've been trying to get her to place an order. So my consistency with posting, going social, live, doing my own little thing that I do, whatever, my postings, my website, it encouraged her and it ignited her to reach out to me and say, hey, I'll be your model. And oh, by the way, I will do my $450 order today. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to help her with the order tonight, and we're going to do the live. And even though it was like not really forecasted, I mean, this happened impromptu, but I'm so jazzed for it, because it's like pump me up and get me going. And now I'm going to get her going, and we're going to go out and we're going to recruit. These last 2 months, I got my energy back.
I know We've had surgeries. We've had hospitals. Pat's been in the hospital. We've had COVID going on.
Yep,
It happened. It's
Yep.
called life. I spent my weekend in ER. It's like, oh my gosh, but you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
you keep going, right?
Keep going.
And that's that key, is keep going. And I love it. You know what? When you show up at things like this, one little thing, I remember last Monday, Mary, it was like, oh, I want to do this demo of the facelift. I'm like, no, do a demo on someone. And you're like,
Yes.
ding, ding, ding. One little thing. That's the power of teamwork, right? Yes.
Yes.
So how many facelifts? Think about it. Do you want this or that? Do you want a facelift or do you want a faith lift? Sorry, I wasn't lisping. Faith, meaning have more faith in your opportunity. Just kidding.
Yes.
But do some this or that, right? I think that facelift was magical, but it is a great reason. People love to come together, spring renewal time, but looking for models, love that. Everybody wants to try, right? So,
Yes.
and everybody wants a facelift. So absolutely fabulous. You never know who it sparks. You just keep it live in front
That's
of
true.
everybody consistently. Excellent. Thank you. Janine, you had your hand up.
Yes, I may actually have a new consultant this week. I have, hallelujah, right?
There's
So
that
I
faith
have,
lift.
I have a consultant who had a coworker that loved Defy, so she recommended that she become a consultant. So she sent me the information. She said, I don't have the time to work with her, so you can sponsor her under you, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, she's part of my team, so I'm going to work with her anyway. So why don't you get yourself some beautiful brushes and we'll get her signed up. So it's a mother and daughter team that are going to do it together. And I'm hoping eventually the other one, you know, they'll both join, but one of them's joining anyway this week. So, so I'm excited. They're excited. The mom wants to do in-person vendor events and the daughter is the Facebook social media guru. So I think between the two of them, they should do pretty good.
Oh, I love the mother-daughter. You got Mother's Day month. What a super cool focus, right? Or join with the buddy. You do it one way, she does it another. Who's your business buddy? Maybe you're online. Who do you know in person? So you can hear business buddies. That's a great approach without even knowing you were doing that. It worked out. But again, they love the product. And when you love the product and you've invited people enough, this is all seed planting. Janine's been obviously telling someone at work about that who said, maybe you should sign up and get it this way and join Jeffrey. So that's what happens when we just keep loud and proud and consistent. So I want to thank everyone who shared during share time. Okay, so thank you so much. We had about 5 to 10 different little nuggets in there of ideas, doing twins, working together with their bestie, whether one signs up or both, it doesn't matter, but everybody does better with a buddy. That is the facts of this business. So love that golden nugget as well. All right, so we're going to go to part 2. Part 2 is calendar planning. Okay, so you need to have your calendar in front of you. You can't have a great week without a plan. Okay, so I'm going to take this over to planning part 2. Forgive me, I'm doing slides for a reason. I want you to see and then block time in your calendar. We are working on this Rampage week. Okay, what do you need to do this week? So we'll be back next Monday, same time, say Batman channel, but this is about this week. So bear with me. These are just trigger points of what's in it for them. The reason I show slides is this is the story, and you just need the story time to give them calls and follow up, to get live on social media, to do follow up in texting, text videos, and phone calls. Okay, so get ready. Here we go. We're going to take you to, oh, sorry, if my slides are a little goofy, forgive me. Let me take you, it didn't go to the beginning. Okay, so here we go. This is just a review, okay? It didn't go back, forgive me. Sorry. I'm gonna do a quick little escape here. Okay, sorry. Had it set and it jumped all over my page. Here we go, darlings. Okay, so these are what's in it for them reminders. So here's one big group. We have VIPs and former VIPs. This is huge. Jafra's got a gift for every conversation for you this month. Literally everything is here on the table. What we have to do is divide the power hours we're working to make phone calls, okay? So the first group, for those of you with consultants that could be VIPs, that are VIPs or were VIPs. This quarter, as we know, they're earning the necklace, okay? This month, as we know, we have the new VIP shop. This month, every VIP can go shopping for the pre-sale of what we think is going to be a blowout sale next month with our jumbo gold and the body complex. If you don't know much about gold, you've got to watch the facelift this past month. You've got to watch Training Tuesday last month about skincare. Boy, oh boy, it's just amazing. But what I want to talk about here is this. You've got to block time. So when am I calling my consultants who are my pre-VIPs? They're in your report. Leaders, go over to your reports and you will see your VIP report. It's magically delicious. Look in there and look at the pre-VIPs, okay? Call them, because this month they become a VIP. They've had 3 months in a row. And this month, again, they're going to have their final month. They'll get their membership kit if it's first time, okay? And then from there, they're eligible. Once they hit 450, they're eligible for the VIP shopping. They're eligible for the pre-sale. Number 2, so you got to have phone time for the pre-VIPs. Make sure all your VIPs are green by 19. If you don't do that, start it. Everybody who has their 450 in as a VIP could, enter special recognition, a drawing, a gift, whatever you want. So again, celebrate those VIPs. Post your VIPs with pictures if you can, with their names all over your Facebook, and then incentivize everybody to order by the 19th. But wait, there's a third group. They want to hear your voice. They want to see their name, and they want to, again, have a reminder to do things early. The third group, we have over 18,000 people who have been VIPs and are not right now, meaning since we launched the program years ago. This month, they come back with 450 in May. We didn't ask them to do more. We said, do 450 and you are back. They're then on track for the necklace. They will have their pre-sale and the VIP once their cart and their order is at 450. So do you have time for your VIP calls this week? The sooner they do this, the better, because remember, what did we hear that Sylvia started us with? And you're hearing it from all of our sharers today. All right, who else do you know that would love the kind of hot buys, special offers, and profit options that Jafra offers for $10 this month? Your VIPs are the most loyal. Your former VIPs are the most loyal. They know someone. Just as Janine said, one can get the brushes, right? So she's going to get brushes. Plus, again, she's going to have more fun when she does it with a friend, kind of that duet that Janine talked about. So I want you to make sure that's a key group of people that could lead to more people on your team. If they don't want to sponsor, it's okay. Like Sylvia said, some people maybe don't want that, or maybe your former list, they don't want to come back. But could you help me recommend someone who would want what we have? Okay, so I think those calls are magical. So do you have time blocked? Okay, and how will you call them? Will you do group texting one-on-one? And are you posting about the VIPs during this big Green by 19 week? All right, number 2, you've got website orders. Be, checking in with those who do website orders. Are they on track? And who else do they know that would like an online business? I am all about who do you know that? As almost every single share story came from today. And again, what did Betty say? The magic is in those websites. Make sure your team knows how to share them. Have them practice one texting you when you're done talking to them. And again, how fun is it when they start to see orders come in, as Mary talked about, when they start to see referrals who join start to come in. All right, And then of course, number 3, you plus who will be earning the brushes and the bonuses, okay? So you have to have time to block for the website sellers. Maybe they're VIPs, maybe they're not. You have to have time to focus with the VIP calls. Try not to multitask, do one focus. So if that hour is all about VIP, pile and dial. Follow up with a text. Have a video ready if they don't answer their phone. Have a text ready if they don't answer their phone. Have an email ready if that's how they communicate if they don't answer their phone. It takes step 1, 2, and 3 channels to get the message out to them, okay? Don't just do one and think they got the message. You don't know who answered their phone. You don't know if the text went through. So again, do 1, 2, 3. You might do a phone call, a text, and an email. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You just hit forward each time you get through your list and it's all set to go. Of course, you might have people who do the 1,000. Maybe you could have a prize for everyone who does Green by 19 at 1,000, okay? So again, this could be your big week, okay? You could run it the whole week if you don't do Green by 19. And of course, you plus who will be earning these bonuses. Who's talked about wanting more income? Who's talked about someday? Who's talked about coming back as a leader? This is the time to invite them. The season is here when people are looking for more. It's all over the news. Let's get the news out. So do it with them. Set up a time to chat for 5 minutes every morning. Okay, that's how we got through COVID together, ladies. We were together every single morning for catch up. If you remember going back 2 years ago, every single morning we got together and figured out how are we going to move it. And we had the biggest growth year. So we did that consistently till we got to where we needed the momentum and didn't let COVID or anything take us down. So what else? Let me go quickly on this. This is also some time blocking you need, okay? If you had sponsors, Manuela, I know you're out there, your team, I think in your district had over 10 last month. Whoever had new QNCs last month, please prioritize this week to call your newbies. Not only is it welcome to Jafra for them, they had 450 last month, they will be 450 this month, but you will get $20 in addition in your personal sponsoring. So if anyone on your team did it, Brandy, if you're out there with Ashley, again, Manuela out there with Jenny, anyone who has a team person who did it and yourself, make sure you've got that strategy to help them achieve their 450. How will they do it? Just like Sylvia's saying, I'm helping her and giving her tools and products and things she needs to get to her 450. So this month is welcome to Jafra number 2. So they're getting free products. Okay. So again, keeping that in front of them, but we must block time for them as a priority. And of course, as we know, this is it. If you're listening to the recording, you're listening here as a consultant today, this is your month to make it happen. 4 directs in your pre-branch, each with 300. And then you at 300 or more and your team paid sales at 2,400. This is super important. Ladies, you all had a list 2 months in a row of your former managers. Okay. So if you need that list, come to me again. Reach back to them, just like former consultants, you have former managers. Reinvite them, and if not for them, who might they know who could enjoy the many benefits that management had during their time? We just value and appreciate their leadership no matter how long they were here. So invite them back and ask what if they could? What if we could find a way, okay? Because remember, May is the month to make it happen. All of you here as a leader, did you name and claim your title that you will be at June 1st? Are you doing it together? Maybe focus on one this week and help her get her 4, and maybe the next one next week to help her get her 4. I don't know, but do it together. There's so much more on the table for everyone in the leadership journey. Have you called every manager you have and asked them who they're working with to earn the bonuses and move up? That 4 goes away June 1st. We also have more ways to help people make income. I love Vicki was on a director call this morning, and we must talk profit. We must talk about how people can make money. This week, we have those who sold 5 offers of the deodorant. These are small little wins. Our goal is helping people have weekly sales. When they have a little bit or a lot of bit each week, look at Mary. She was all excited about a $77 check. We're all like that, right? Money is money. It's spent the same way. but this gives you a focus of the week. Sometimes those inactives like Mary's story just suddenly might want to do more. So give them a fun focus of the week and get creative. How could we sell deodorant? How can we make people smell and feel better? So have fun with this, but do a contest of your own, just like Jafra's doing with you. For all of you, whether you have a team of the past, as a former manager, or you've sponsored in the past and you're just getting your team now, or you're a leader with the team, remember, you want to block time again to reach out to the I's. Those are the inactives, and the P's, the pre-inactive. Their last order was January, all the way back to May of 2020. Look in your report, block time to call them, invite them to shop, invite them to come back to 500 products they've loved. And we've missed them like they've missed us. This month, Jafra is giving them with that $450 retail, 50% plus that beautiful, that fabulous product I saw y'all going crazy about with the preview, Royal Hand and Cuticle Complex. And then those people who ordered, the consultants, excuse me, on your team, who ordered January or February or March and didn't order in April. So they're active. They've had one order, but they didn't order in April. When they come back, and this includes the January 2022, which is a P on the reports. Future leaders, work with your manager to learn the reports, okay? So you can look at your pre-team and she can show you hers, so you're learning and you create some dialogue. Do some calls with your manager, 3-way calls, do some video text together, get on Zoom and do a recording and send it out for all of you wanting to qualify this month to these pre-inactives and inactives. The P's double dip into both, okay? With their order, they get the lip stain, and if it's $450, boom, when they have $450 in retail, they will also get their hand product, okay? That's in their personal retail. So I wanted to pause on this, but you got to block it in your calendar. The I's and the P's are double dip. And if you're a future leader, plan it with your manager. They love to hear your voice. Let them know your goal is to be a leader. Let them know your team name. Let them know that together you're working together. They love teamwork. That makes the dream work. So use both voices. Don't let your manager do all the work. Let your team hear you, future leaders, and do it together. So we blocked time for VIPs. We've also blocked time, I hope, for Welcome to Jafra consultants, whether they're in month 1, 2, 3, or 4. You can go back over there in your reports and look at your Welcome to Jafra consultants. Call them, because early birds do get the worm in Jafra, and let's make this a rampage sales and ordering week. Teach them how to shop smart. Remember, here's your prize, here's your commission. How much smarter is it to be at 50%? Teach them how to shop after, not just this month. Again, now you're at 50% this month, but every other month, 300 retail is 50%. Or again, just stock up now for spring and summer, and I'll call you back in August to keep you active and ordering for your next stock up order at 50%. So, and with good service, how they prefer to shop. Ask them. Don't let anybody leave the 16 achieved promotions. Oh my gosh. I love this slide. I love this text picture. And then teaching them how to be at 50%. Again, either 3 times a year, once every 4 months in ordering, or every other month with 300. Okay. But this is where the offers are. So for all of you, it's the 16th. Remember, if you don't have parties on your calendar, you're going to work harder. I'd rather have someone bring me 30 names and people than me go and find 30 people one by one. There's still time to do online, in-person parties. If you're going to do tabletops, turn it into a party. Contact all your consultants, contact all your clients, family, and friends, have them stop by your booth. If they place an order, at your booth, if they join at your booth, if they book at your booth, then they could go into a host offer drawing, and you can give some away, give some of your hostess offers away. So make sure if you're doing a tabletop, you bring everybody in that zip code or a 2-hour radius to your tabletop. Get loud and proud and let them know where you're going. host your own parties, set up some parties at, Starbucks, Panera. So this is where, are you leveraging these products? Do you have people who love the inner essence? Do you have people who love the spa? Give them free or give them as their host offers. So we give you lots of choices for booking gifts. If they book this week, if they come with 3, maybe they get one of these products free. There's all sorts of ways to use these incredible offers, not only just consultants ordering to save, but how to build more leads in your bucket is having people bring people together to experience Jafra. We know when they try it, they buy it, they book it, or they begin. So the key is, again, look at your calendar. Can you block some time to hold spontaneous parties? Next weekend, you're going to hit Memorial Day. So this is the time to get things on your calendar now. And people are very spontaneous. Again, $10 is your opening story. Again, the packs are incredible during this season when we're going to weddings, graduations. We are Father's Day, big birthday time because people get pregnant in the fall. I'm just saying, baby showers, wedding showers, you name it. Great gift packs right here to shop and save. And again, when you take a look at it, I also love Vicky's word. I had it all set too, is profit. They make 80% profit. They spend $200 and they've got up to $1,200 a product. That's $1,000 profit. So every single day, you must start the day, not with the easy items, with the way you're going to grow. So the beginning of your day in your peak hours, when you've got peak time in the morning, when you're at your best, that's when you want to reach out to invite people. Okay. I gave you service lists of consultants or future consultants, but now this is about you. Who will you invite? We know the key is this, talking to enough people. Okay. So I'm going to pause and then we're going to go to this and then we're going to brainstorm. Let me just pause for any questions and then we're going to hit our rampage call to action and then brainstorm. Okay. So bear with me. All right. Questions on any promotions, campaigns? Okay. How many of you have VIP time on your calendar? Call it the P's, the I's, the formers. They're all one, VIPs. Excellent. How many of you have your P's, your pre-inactives and inactives time on your calendar? Good. Block your days, block your minutes. If you don't, someone will take them. Don't give your time away when you're running a business. How many of you have time for those A's who are active, but now can come back with that lip stain? Did you block time for the A's? Excellent. I call this the W2 Jafra, W2J, all right? How many of you blocked time for Welcome to Jafra in the last 4 months? Okay, got to block time to make time for people. Okay, these are service calls. What's in it for you? Not you gotta order, you gotta. This is what you get when you shop and save, when you share and profit. Excellent. And how many of you wrote down, and every conversation with who can you recommend? I love Sylvia's words. Super soft. Who do you know that? That should be in front of you, right? We're here to serve people with beauty and savings and beauty and opportunity. Excellent. All right. Any shares on what you're doing this week to make it green by 19? Anybody want to share before we go to call to action and final brainstorming? Manuela, go. Thank you.
I don't know if I told you all last week that I met one of my consultants at a garage sale. Did I tell you? No?
No.
A friend of mine asked me to help her at a garage sale, and I said, I don't really want to. I don't have time. And she said, no. The more people there, the more attraction. Just bring whatever. So I took my Jafra. Never had done that. And so I just packed quickly fragrances, the little vials and the little travel size. And I had a few things, sun care, because We were out in the sun. And can't remember what else I took, a few books. And so I met this woman. She was coming into the parking lot, I mean, into the residential area. And she says she stopped for traffic and she looked in the mirror for traffic and she saw her face and she said, "Woman, what are you doing here? You should be going to the store to take care of your skin." Just then she turned and she says, "And I ran into you. How freaky is that?" She was like, I spoke with her at least 4 times that day. She wanted to know, I told her about Jafra. I said, "This is what I do, and this is what I have to offer." And she said, "So how much is this?" And I gave her a little bit of, to try. "So how much would this be?" And I said, "Well, it's right here in the book. This is how much it is, But we have this awesome opportunity right now. It was $19. It was at the end of the month. $19. And you could get it up to 50% off. Just figure it all out. Tell me how much it is. Let me go home. So she went home, talked to her husband. He wasn't home. So she calls me. He's not home. But I told him, "You need to bring me this money now." And so before I knew it, she was calling me again. "Are you still at the garage sale?" And I said, "Yes." She said, "Okay, I'm coming back. I have money for you." So she brought me money and she says, "Do I get a receipt or something?" I said, "Well, I mean, I don't have anything, but here, I'll write you a receipt." So next thing I know, she's coming to my house because again, I kind of did what Sylvia did. I said, "I have things at my home if you want to come by." Well, she joined. She joined for that amount. We worked on her order. She picked up a few orders. I mean, she was, like I said, I talked to her 4 or 5 times that day. For Mother's Day, come May, I said, "Oh, you know what? Your kit, your whole order and your kit came in," but I had already given her some things because she wanted to use it right away. And so she says, "Oh, good. Can I bring my mom over?" And so we made an appointment. She brought her mother and she says, "My mother needs all of this." So I did a little quick facial, showed her the products, and she bought the Defy, her mother bought the Gold. But her mother didn't know that that was her Mother's Day gift. And she says, no, she needs her own account. She can't get it from my account. She needs her own account. But Mom, I'm paying for it. So she paid for her mom to get everything.
Aw.
And she qualified this month. Well, then she said, "I have a few more people that I can bring over." So we, on Saturday, had a party. And she said, "I can bring maybe 2, maybe more, I don't know." We did a little breakfast thing. She brought 2 people. She says, because the others stayed up too late, so they didn't come. I said, "Fine, whatever." The 2, one was her daughter, one was a niece, and they were just buying a few things, just the color. Then her daughter wanted the brushes. So I said, "Oh, by the way, you're getting your brushes because you sponsored your mom." And her daughter looks at her and says, "Well, I want brushes too." So she sponsored her. She joined. She sponsored her cousin. They called me later that day and said, "We're working on it. We're bringing more people." They all loved the way we looked. And they said, "We know people that need a lot of help." So it's been awesome.
Okay.
Wednesday they already paid me for their kit, and they placed an order, but they said, "Don't send it in yet," because then I showed them the packs and they said, "Well, I think that's a better deal." So on Wednesday, they're closing up their account and they're bringing somebody else. I don't know who.
So I want you all to know this. It isn't always this easy. It sounds so super easy. I'll just go to garage sales and this magic will happen. The reason I say this is because, Manuela, first of all, you deserve that. That's fabulous. Second of all, if you've been on any of our trainings since the month of February, Manuela made a decision. So I'm going to ask you all, have you made a decision to be committed to sponsor? That's not a joke. She
No.
made a decision and she has left her house. She got on a passion and a purpose and said, I got to go see people. And she has, you can't stop her. Now you can't even stop her team. So this is what happens when you decide. Go ahead, Manuela.
I was just gonna say that I kept thinking like, what can I take over to Simona's? And when I said, but I'll do my own little tabletop, whatever, and it was not very clean and pretty but it was there. I even had men that came up to me and, do you have your name and address? And one of the wives says, why do you need her address? Well, so we can go buy cologne from her.
Yeah. So do not wait for perfection, a perfect tabletop.
No.
So we have some massive golden nuggets here, okay? The golden nuggets are this. When you do this daily, which Manuela has not stopped, she changed her momentum. She decided, and it started to happen so quickly, we can't stop spotlighting her. She is #1 in the entire United States. She hasn't been born with a horseshoe. She doesn't have a perfect script or plan. She just goes and invites people to tell more people. Bottom line, and she has products, she demonstrates it, she's spontaneous. She doesn't overthink, she just does it. But every day it's connecting with people. Good service, but seeing the people, STP, I cannot take that away from her. She decided COVID was done, and so was her past momentum. And now this is what happens when you decide. That is the gift of consistency and determination. And now her team is doing it right next to her. So Manuela, congratulations. I love your share. And let's go to some extra nuggets. Tabletops, the new tabletop, garage sales. I think out east they're called tag sales, okay? Absolutely, I can tell you, huge market. Helen Wells will always say, I do my best at garage sales, and she does. This is another opportunity. Kendall Serafian, I know you're here. We just had in Minnesota, Kendall lives about 30 minutes from me, and we just had the statewide garage sale. So she put up a tabletop. She didn't have a garage sale, right, Kendall? But people were walking by, free advertising, driving by. But it's free advertising, right, Kendall? Just to say, get my name out, get my name out. It might work, it might not. But if you don't try, don't worry about perfection and pretty. I love what you said. It's as simple as, where am I going to see people today, or who's going to see me? That's every day on your priority list in the next 7 days. Beautiful, beautiful. The new tabletop, garage sales. Next, the double dip effect. Did you know this is what she's doing? Did you know this is what she's getting? All of a sudden, well, I want that too. And sometimes we don't even tell them they can get free brushes. It's a $100 gift, right? We talk about a pack, but do you always offer both? Manuela, it's golden. It's golden simple, but it's true, right? Did you know you have this and you have that? It's not an or, it's an and. And who else do you know? Magically. The third thing is, you heard she was giving the gift for Mother's Day. I'm just going to speak from experience. Sorry, forgive me. But honestly, one of my favorite seasons was now, because you know what the best graduation gift is? A kit and a pack. So they have a job all summer. You're going to train their daughter or son or grandchild for free all summer long. So when they go to college, they've got the perfect job. It's a fabulous gift, is a pack and a kit. So Just an FYI as a thought. And so I love the mother-daughter, it popped up again. So that Janine started. So there's a lot of golden nuggets that came out of this. I'm going to go to our next part, called to action. Thank you so much, Manuela. Congratulations, top in the nation, every month after month after month. Look out, she'll be on that board of directors soon, right? So I want to just pause and say, when you look at your week, look at what you're doing every day. Maybe you have appointments on your calendar. You want to add an extra 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there. Stop and see people. Seeing the people is a must. Calling the people is a must, or servicing, right? So the S in STP, see the people, serve the people. And I always end with, again, who do you recommend? So you've got a whole list of people to call, congratulate, and invite to service. But you can also say, who do you know? Here's what we have for you, but here's what we have for others right now in this economic, sort of fearful, weird time, right? So let's be their happy part of the news every day. So good news is we're excited to be Betterware. We're going to be #1. Who do you know that would love to start a 66-year-old successful company in their own business? Because we're #1 in Mexico. We're going to be #1 in the United States. We're looking for people who want to do that with us. Who do you know that, right? So, all right, here we go. Here's your challenge, and then we'll come back to share our ideas. Again, the number of conversations you have, as Manuela had at a garage sale that led to more, that led to more, that led to more, is key. This is the gap you may have to why you're not getting where you want to be going. We're not having enough just conversations with people. We're in week 3, okay? If you are tracking to earn, if you want to earn something, you got to do the work. You can't just say, oh, I really tried and I didn't get my $400 bonus, okay? So that doesn't happen. You have to make it happen. So if you don't have 35, which is the number of new people you talk to, okay? Week 1 and week 2 combined, it takes 3 a day, okay? That's the recipe in all direct sales in all my 41-year career. Then you might need to know, how many am I behind on? Okay. And you're just inviting them to take a look, but you must have a place to invite them to take a look. Are they having a party, as Manuela was doing very quickly? Are they doing a facial very quickly? Are they going to meet you at Starbucks? You're doing this on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. If you don't see people in the next 48 hours that you meet, they will ripen like a banana, and they're now suddenly only good in a smoothie. Okay. So, or banana bread. So to keep that ripe, do you have things on your calendar this week on where you're going to invite them? Could be Zoom, could be a Facebook Live, could be in your patio, in your driveway, at a location. We're going to observe people. We're going to connect with them and compliment them and tell them what they might love. And then we have to have a place to invite them. Spontaneous or planned, but you must have gaps in your time for that, okay? So how many more do you need to get caught up for the month? This week is 16. You have to have 3 to 5 new conversations a week. But if you're not achieving, you're not halfway to the goal that you set to earn your sponsoring bonus, to get to manager, to grow a manager, then you've got to get caught up and do twice as much. End of story. You're not on track. That's okay. So what? We're planning right now how to do that. So let's go to our challenge. Dig deep in your why. Why is growing a team so important to you? Why consultants? You maybe haven't been a manager yet to even know all the benefits. Remember the why. We have bonuses this month. They're not always there, so don't leave them on the table. Number 2, I know Manuela, not only did the bonuses happen, but her percentage that she's paid with her team results grew drastically. So do you want that title? I used to love the title and the new title. That was me personally. I love that. I love saying manager. I love saying district manager. District director warmed my heart. And ambassador, oh my gosh, I never had the chance to do that, but amazing. Remember, why are people in direct sales? Because they'd rather earn 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% on one person, you. The joy is team success. So imagine if you had a $600 party, which is normal right now for sales, that's $300 profit. But if you plus 4 people all on the same day had a $600 party, whether you did it together, 4 separate rooms, 4 Zoom rooms, 4 cities, 4 driveways, you'd make 11% on that wholesale, which would be 3,000 retail instead of 600 because it's you plus 4. And you would make an additional $165 in team commission that day. Every $600 party you do as a leader, you make $33 commission more on that party. So it's not just sponsoring, it's helping people make money, and making money is the new economy. So they need more to have more today. Everything's up. Paper is up 60%. So everything sold in this store is costing more. Watch the news. Look at milk. They're even out of formula. I mean, this is a world of teaching money. So we must know our why. Every day it's worth it, but what's worth it is the gift we're giving to others. So when you make your list every day, when you have a double week, we need to get caught up. You might need to do 5 to 10 a day, not 3, because the sooner they come in, the more time they have to qualify their order, to gather sales, or to host that party like Manuela just shared. So you must start each day in the morning, and your coffee is your list. Who? And you need, these are all questions. You can have these slides. They'll be in our Facebook guide number 1. Go there because these are all the questions. These are the people to look for on Facebook. Watch their comments. Get into groups where these people might be. Go set up tabletops where these people might be. These are the people that are in your client files, your phone, your address book, or who you might be looking for when you ask for who do you recommend. So write their name. Why did you think of them? Why would they be good? Maybe they just have some great qualities and you'd love them on your team. Then what's in it for them? Why would Jafra be great for them, or why would they be great for Jafra? Make your script before you pile and dial. Write it out, spend 15 minutes calling, do a video follow-up and a follow-up email or whatever ways you communicate. And tell them this week only. Okay, we have $10 kits this month. It's cut in half, roll back prices to $10. And maybe you want a join gift for this week only. Try it. I used to look at inventory. I used to go buy some Starbucks cards if I needed to. Maybe it costs 10, you give them $10 at Starbucks. But the key is, what do you want to do with you and your team for this Rampage week? Ramp it up. This is the week. Remember, it's not your job to convince people to join or sell. It's your job to be a Manuela. That's our new theme, Manuela. Be a Manuela, to invite enough people to see if it's a fit for them or someone they know. Picture yourself like a Prince Charming with a glass slipper. You won't know if the shoe fits unless you let them decide for themselves. I always love, I have red because I love District Director. It changed my life and others I grew, but I always have a glass slipper in front of me because that's all we do every day is invite them to see if the shoe fits. It's like being Prince Charming. How fun is that, right? To find your Cinderella like Manuela did at a garage sale. As you call people, re-invite them. Every consultant to turn on that website. What if you magically had a couple $100 in orders this month, a couple $100 profit? What would you use it for? What if you had some extra orders so you could always be at 50% or a VIP? And who do you know that would love the family savings and the family income? This is great to have in front of you so you don't forget to talk to every person, whether they're in Jafra or not in Jafra. So here's your call to action. We're going to have 30 contacts in 1 week. This is for you, any future leader or any leader with us live or listening to this week. We're going to invite 5 to 10 a day. So to get 30, you can do 3 days and take 30 minutes and call 10 people. You could go 5 days and take 15 minutes and invite 6. It's up to you, but you must put that as your go green or hot blue priority in your calendar. That has to be the days you're choosing to work, your #1 priority. This is a red hot recruiting rampage week for all of you. Next Monday, we're going to celebrate. I'm going to give you 5 tips. 1, be prepared. Mark your red hot recruiting days. Maybe you're doing it 7 days. Maybe you're doing it 6. Maybe you're going to do it 3. Maybe you're going to do it 5, but you got to circle it and red hot. That's your red hot days. And you got to block the time to have just 1 to 2 minute conversations. You're just inviting them to take a look. You can send them your opportunity video. You can send them the packs and the flyer. It's up to you. But you don't have to talk to each of them for 30 minutes. We're not convincing. We're just seeing if they'd like to take a look at the shoes and see if the shoe fits and bring people along, just like Manuela did on her Saturday party. Make 10 to 20 recruiting bags as well. Samples, we've been hearing that all day. Samples, flyers, maybe your action. If you have brochures, maybe your QR code. I know Diana Driggs has a great keychain. Debbie Yingling, really had impressiveness with that. So again, have bags ready to go with chocolates or candy, of course. And again, have your time blocked to do your calls. You must follow up in 2 to 3 days maximum. All right. Have a place to invite them. #2, be focused. Ask yourself every day, every red hot day you're on, who's going to join my team today? Or, oh, I just hope I get one today. You choose your end result by what you say. So who's joining my team today? Because everybody truly deserves to at least be invited. How awful if you invited 10 of your high school friends, but not 3 because you were in fear, because one's a doctor, an attorney, and she doesn't need me. What? Invite everyone. #3, be aware. Look for success qualities online and in person. People you see on Facebook, people in your groups. I thought of you today because I see this about you. I watched you. Are they friendly, outgoing? Do they have good service? Are they humble? Are they kind? Don't just give them a gift because they're great. Invite them. I observed you. I think you're great because, and I'd love to invite you to take a look at this opportunity. I'd love you on my team. You'd be so good at this because that's all it is. Have them take a look and say, can I call you tomorrow for 5 minutes? Or what time is your shift over tonight? That's just OCI and fast ways. Don't overdo. Simple compliments and invitations. #4, be open. Talk to each person in front of you. That's why garage sales were great. I know Helen always says that she does her best prospecting at garage sales. Talk to each person. Ask if they'd be open. This was Sylvia in our opening. Would they be open to helping you? You're helping people with the new spring job, your own business. Put name tags on that say, I've got a job. Ask me now. Okay. I coach people to have their own business from their phone. Ask me now. Put them on your back, put them on your shirt. Go get a brochure holder and hang it on the outside of your car if it's not raining, and let people take your book and take a look, but put a $10 bill on the front and say, ask me how to turn this into more. Okay. So get crazy. It's Rampage Week. Tell them about Betterware. We're going to be #1. I'm going to be at Starbucks Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and on Zoom Tuesday, Thursday. Come take a look. It's 15 quick minutes, and don't come alone. Do it with your besties or your mother and your daughter. This is where it's fun. And #5, be non-judgmental. This is a recruiting rampage week. This sets the tone for your ending to the month of making it happen. The goal is to invite as many as you can to see if the shoe fits. Okay, that's all it is. Inviting them. You've got the glass slipper. Think back with your heart every morning what you love. Write your 5 favorite things you love about being in Jaffra, and then give it away. You do not have to be pushy. A shoe salesman cannot push your foot into the shoe. It doesn't work and increase sales. If you get a no, it's okay. It's not on you, but who might they know? Will you promise me if I send you my website and a video, when you hear someone who needs to save money or make money, you'll just share it? I appreciate that. And I'll have a lovely gift from my heart for you. More? How do you get red hot results? More. Manuela Moore. That's the one who's making it happen, and you can too. It's a decision. Remember, it's a gift. You're making a difference and changing people's lives with opportunity. It's the best gift you can offer. Look at your calendar, plan your days, your hours, your minutes, your events, your tabletops together. Hashtag I heart to Jafra. This is so important to, again, let's get out, let's get tabletops, let's get posting. I want to see your pictures. You know what? I was gone last week. I didn't see a lot of pictures. If you're online, if you're in person, post. Do our hashtag. Because you love Jafra, let's all have 2 this week. With 30 new connections, we could all have 2 next Monday, and you're halfway to 4 or more. Your action is 30 contacts. It's a red hot recruiting rampage for you and your teams. When you plan your days every day and you do a daily business this week, you're going to end up with sales, because if they don't want the opportunity, they'll probably buy. You're going to reach more people who reach more people. You're going to have always 50% commission for you, and those phone calls will help your team have it too. Remember, the more we talk, the more prospects, the more opportunity you have to find those leaders, find those teams, just like Manuela. It's a compound effect. I'm not going to talk much. This is a quick click, so I want to hear you for our final 5 minutes. Remember this. This is virtual university week for those who want to graduate. I think Brandy graduated. I saw that on Facebook. Congratulations. It's module number 2, second month of the quarter. So don't forget to remind your team. Tomorrow night, you can bring guests. Here's an opportunity to pile and dial today. Have you and your team bring guests to hear from our success panel, and many of you that I hope continue to share with us all of our tips from our top, and how are we going to keep meeting new people. That's tomorrow night, 4 o'clock Pacific. It's our monthly regional celebration. We'll be back next Monday. I can't wait to see, with recognition, who contacted 30 new people, what some of your results were. And if you didn't get them, you contacted them, and it can still continue to come in, just like we saw, I think, Sylvia, from January to April to get the results. It's okay. Just plant the seeds and water your garden. So again, next week we'll have fun with recognition and sharing. And then next week, also next Thursday, is our final big get together for you to bring guests to. We'll be posting that soon for our Facebook event and our guest event. So, woo, let's pause. Today was planning rampage. It's time. I want to end with this. Who's got hot takeaways, what they're going to do this week? What did your brain stimulate? What are you going to do different this week before we go away? Go, Michelle, go.
So I really liked the garage sale idea. And the thing about it is, I've been in my neighborhood, there's somebody who's selling fruit. They opened up a fruit stand. So this is their tabletop idea, you know, the fruit cups. So they're there after school, and I was driving by and I thought to myself, dude, I need to go put myself, I need to go put Jafra next to them, because they have a crowd over there. So anyways, I'm going to follow through on that.
I love it. That's awesome. Every day you can have a tabletop. I stopped and bought cupcakes and lemonade from the little girls across the street. Put $5 and put lipsticks on display, whatever. It's conversations. I love it. Law of attraction. Excellent. Thank you. Go ahead, Betty.
So I'm traveling this week, as you know. So I always do gifts for the airline attendants. So this time I'm going to ask them for their phone numbers. And and then I'm going to do Chafika's idea. I'm always at the airport early, so I'm going to bring gifts for shop owners, shop workers. I'm going to do that, Chafika. So thank you for that. And So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm going to do, I've started doing gifts for the hotel staff, not the, well, for the desk workers. And so I'm gonna do that with better follow-up on my follow-up things. So I'm gonna work on that. So yeah. So
Excellent.
yeah.
Fabulous. Love it. Thank you. Shafika.
Well, I did a video when I first heard about this great program for the VIPs to come back. So I did a video and texted to all of my people who were former VIPs. And I texted and also texted a picture of the necklace also too. So not to just say come back, but be consistent for this month, and this is what you get for the next 3 months. So I had 2 VIPs rejoin right away, even before I had a chance to follow up. Each, I noticed 2 of them had just gone and placed an over $450 order, and another one is almost halfway there. So I already planned the hour to call the rest of the VIPs and follow up with them here. And I also invited 2 my 2 most recent new consultants on my team, because I meet with a group of consultants every Monday at 7 p.m. So we call ourselves Position for Success. So it's open to any consultants on our team who wants to build and grow. So I created a text and sent it to 2 of the new consultants. One of them she's already completed her 4 Welcome to Jaffa, and the other one has already completed her 2nd one. So I see their momentum, and I was like, okay, they need to be around like-minded people in our group, and they're ready to go. So I sent a text, and use some of your words, Jackie, here. I sent a text to them telling them that our team gets together on Zoom every Monday. I said, we prepare, plan, and position you to have a profitable business with the expectation of you taking daily/weekly action to implement the activities, systems, and strategies for continuous growth. So if you are coachable, committed to taking an action daily, and have the courage to move out of your comfort zone and leverage your investment for the greatest return, we would love to have you join us. How do you feel about moving forward? And both of them are gonna be on our meeting tonight. So.
Woohoo! I love that. You should post that. Those are great words. Yes. Love, love, love.
Yes,
Excellent.
so happy about that.
Yay! Congratulations. Well, I hope today created your mid-month. The key, look to calendar. How do you fit it in along your days? So you're always looking for new 5 to 10 connections. 30 is the goal this week for everyone, okay? Because we've got to get caught up. And even if we're caught up, we want to get ahead and get our team ahead as well. So again, I thank you. Thank you for all the great ideas. Take this week, but take that challenge and give it to your team. Okay, maybe cut it in half for a 15 instead of 30. But what can you do for extra incentives this week to get your team ordering this week so they're on track and early, because you're going to hit a holiday, you guys. You have people until about next Wednesday. After that, they check out. We're going to make them not check out. Jaffer's always got stuff, and we'll come up with things next week, but I'm doing this for a reason. This week matters for order placing. This week matters for joining now. If you're waiting until the 30th and 31st on a Memorial Day weekend, you're crazy, okay? That's why this week is super serious. Get an accountability buddy to do 30 contacts this week and plan along your day and along your way. Do your sales campaigns with your team, with your clients, maybe a referral rampage. Just again, let's get out there, okay? Because this is your big week. This one matters more than any week of the whole month. So make it happen. Keep sharing ideas. Keep asking for ideas from our Facebook group to our WhatsApp. It takes we to make the team work. So we'll talk to you soon. Have a great week. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations and thanks for sharing. Bye, everyone.
Bye.